Welcome to Bronx Knights Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. This is a created franchise on MLB The Show 20 on the PS4. The Bronx Knights have taken the place of the Houston Astros in the American League West. It's July 1st. It's a couple of weeks before the All-Star break. This is a 162-game schedule. The Knights currently are 56-30. And they're in first place in the American League West, and they have an 8.5 game lead on the Seattle Mariners. So let's jump into the next game on the schedule. So it's a 3-game set at home against the Miami Marlins. They've won the first game 9-3, so this is the middle game of that 3-game set. Play game, okay. Play full game. We are the home team at Classic Yankee Stadium. Presentation is fine. Eli Ramos is the starter. Okay, so let's see. Termini will get the day off for Francisco Lindor. And Max will get the day off for Manuel Margot. Good enough. Welcome to a presentation of Major League Baseball as the Miami Marlins visit the Bronx Knights here at Classic Yankee Stadium. And on the mound for the Knights is Eli Ramos, making his 18th start of the season. His record is 11-2 with a 3.04 earned run average. And leading off for the Miami Marlins is Hunter Pence, hitting .232 on the season. And the first pitch of the game by Ramos. Just misses outside, ball one. Bronx Knights are 26 games over 500, good for first place in the AL West. That is Francisco Lindor at third base and Michael O'Rourke in left field.
First pitch, 7-11.
Hard ground ball, base hit up the middle and through. So it's a leadoff single for the Marlins. Pence is at first.
Batting second, the first baseman, number 22.
Next up is Will Clark, hitting .284, 16 homers, 50 runs batted in. Plays first base for the Marlins. In there, strike 198 on the radar gun. Fouls off the curveball. Count is 0-2 on Clark. And he hits it high and deep. That ball is gonzo, ladies and gentlemen. A 2-run home run for Will Clark, his 17th of the season. Before a single out is recorded, the Miami Marlins have a quick 2-0 lead. Oof. So next up is Eddie Matthews, hitting .332, 16 homers, 50 runs batted in.
Eddie Matthews.
At the knees, strike one. Home run milestone watch. He's at 698 home runs. Slider hits the inside corner. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Matthews. Swing and a miss, and there is one down. First strikeout of the game for Ramos.
Batting fourth, the center fielder, number 14.
So next up is Larry Doby, hitting .325, 18 homers, 57 runs batted in. slow roller up the middle and through for a base hit past the diving attempt by Salazar at short. And with one out, they have a base runner.
That is it. The second baseman, Brett.
So next up is Brett Boone, the second baseman. He's hitting .314, 17 homers, 51 runs batted in. And it's a hard line drive to the third baseman. Lindor makes the catch, and there's two away. Starting lineup for the Marlins: Hunter Pence led off, Will Clark hit the home run, Eddie Matthews made an out, Doby is up, Boone, Seth Beer, Kyle Tucker, Reese McGuire, and Nick Gordon batting ninth and playing shortstop. So Seth Beer, 309, 23 homers, 54 RBIs, steps up. Big lead over at first. He throws over to keep him close. Doby dives back in. Hard line drive, base hit through the box and through. Runners are at first and second here with two outs. They're hitting him hard here in this top of the first inning.
The left fielder for Toby, Kyle Tucker.
So next up is Kyle Tucker. Kyle is hitting .250, 7 homers, 21 runs batted in. Steps in with runners at first and second and two outs. Swinging and miss the split finger, strike one. Curveball drops in there for strike two. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. And he fouls off the circle change. Count remains 0-2. So it's a quick 2-0 lead for the Miami Marlins, but they're still threatening here in the top of the first. Fly ball towards the gap, but Margot settles underneath it, makes the catch to retire the side. So, half an inning of baseball after Will Clark hits a 2-run homer. It is the Miami Marlins 2, the Bronx Knights coming to bat. On the mound for the Marlins is Luis Castillo, making his 17th start of the season. He is 6-5 with a 4.66 earned run average. And leading off for the Knights is Manuel Margot, part-time player hitting .268, 2 homers, 9 runs batted in. He's giving a day off to Max Lukelich, the everyday center fielder. And it's a hard ground ball on the first pitch to second baseman Brett Boone, fires across for the first out. Starting lineup for the Knights: Manuel Margot just grounded out. Mattingly is at first. Chris Ramos is at second. Michael O'Rourke's in left. Jacob Salazar is at short. Benny LoCicero is in right. Matt Saps is the designated hitter. Francisco Lindor is at third base today for Matt Termini. And the batting ninth is Anthony Millo, who is the catcher. So next up is Don Mattingly. He takes the first pitch, circle change for strike. He's hitting .301, 17 homers, 66 runs batted in. Pitch is outside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Mattingly. Pitch is outside, count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Count is 3-1, hitters count. And he hits it high and deep. Back he goes to the track, the wall, he leaps. It's Gonzo, ladies and gentlemen. That is the home run number 18, a solo shot for Don Mattingly, and he cuts the lead in half as the score is now Miami Marlins leading 2-1. Home run number 18, RBI number 68 for the first baseman. Pence had a chance at the fence. He leaps, but the ball is gone. Next up is Chris Ramos, hitting .371, 33 homers, a team high. Pitch is outside, ball 1. He has also he has 33 home runs, is league high for American leaguers. 80 RBIs is team high for the team. Fouls off the first pitch, 98 miles an hour on the fastball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike.
No, that's low.
Check the swing. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike on Ramos, the second baseman.
Count 3-1.
Hitters count. Again, 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. And it looks like he might have one. It may be back-to-back, and it is Gonzo, ladies and gentlemen. That's home run number 34 for Chris Ramos, and the ball game is tied. Home run number 34, RBI number 81. Here's the replay. Next up, with 1 out here in the bottom of the first, is Michael O'Rourke hitting .338, 20 homers, 62 runs batted in. He plays left field for the Knights. He fouls off the first pitch, strike 1. Slumping a bit lately. Pitches outside, count evens 1 ball and 1 strike to O'Rourke. Circle change outside corner, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on the left fielder. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he hits a hard line drive, but foul into the seats down the first base line. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. And he swings and misses. He tries to check it, but was unable to. And there's 2 outs. Jacob Salazar steps up to the plate with 2 outs, hitting .341, 11 homers, 56 runs batted in. And he hits a deep drive towards the gap. And it is Gonzo. That's the 3rd solo home run of the inning. Jacob Salazar's 12th of the game, 12th of the season. And the score is now 3-2 Knights. Hooah! Home run number 12. Run batted in number 57 for Salazar. Next up is Benny LoCicero, the right fielder. 293, 19 homers, 72 runs batted in. He takes fastball in there for strike 1.
Nope.
Pitch is low, count is 1-1 on LoCicero. And he grounds it foul. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on the right fielder. Low ball 2, 2-2. And he fouls off the fastball. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. The score is 3-2 Knights. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss out over on top of the circle change to retire the side, but not before 3 solo home runs here in the bottom of the first. Gives the Bronx Knights a 3-2 advantage here in the Bronx. We go to the top of the second. Reese McGuire steps up, hitting .245. 13 homers, 35 runs batted in. In there, strike one. And he skies it the other way. Long run for O'Rourke, but he races it down to make the catch. He has been shifted over to the right. Defense for the Bronx Knights in the outfield. O'Rourke, Margot, and LoCicero, and left to right in the infield is Lindor today. Salazar, Ramos, Mattingly with Anthony Millo behind the plate. So Nick Gordon, the shortstop, steps up. 239, 10 homers, 34 RBIs. And he fouls off the slider, strike one. Just gets a piece of the circle change. Count is 0-2 on Gordon. He's hot in his last 9 games. He's 11 for his last 31. Starting to heat up in the summer months. Fouls off the split-fingered fastball. The count remains 0-2. Pops it up. Long run for Lindor. He cannot make the catch. It dunks in for a bloop single. So with 1 out, the Marlins have a base runner.
The right fielder, number 8.
So the lineup turns over for Hunter Pence. He had a hit in the first. He's single and a run scored. Second plate appearance for the leadoff man. He fouls off the fastball. 98 on the radar gun. So far, Ramos doesn't look sharp. He's got the heater out of the bullpen, but can't seem to locate. Every time he tries to throw a breaking ball, it seems to come out flat. And it is a stolen base for Nick Gordon. So with 1 out, they have a runner in scoring position. That's Gordon's 3rd stolen base of the season. Just misses low. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes on Pence. And he just gets a piece of the slider. Count remains 1-2. Grounds it weakly. Francisco Lindor fires across for the 2nd out, holds the runner at 2nd. Here in the top of the 2nd inning.
The first baseman.
Next up is Will Clark. 2 for 6 in the series. He had a 2-run home run in the 1st inning. Upper deck shot. Swing and a miss. Fastball, strike one. Circle change, inside corner, strike 2. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Clark. In the dirt, blocked nicely, no advance. Millo keeps it in front of him. Count is 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
High, 2-2. And he fouls off the fastball. Can't get around on it. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 2nd. Runner leads off 2nd. Here's the pitch. Just misses inside corner. Count goes full, 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch. And he slashes it foul up the 3rd baseline. We'll do it again. And he bloops it down the right field line. Long run for LoCicero, but he makes the catch by the wall to retire the side. Nice play by LoCicero in right. So after an inning and a half of baseball here in the Bronx, the Knights lead 3-2. So the bottom of the 2nd inning, Matthew Saps, the designated hitter. He has been a road warrior this season. At home, not so much. But overall, 254, 13 homers, 46 runs batted in.
That's a ball.
Pitches just below the knees, ball 1. 2 balls, no strikes. Just gets a piece of the circle change, count as 2 balls and 1 strike. Low, hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike on Matthew Saps. And he walks him. So the leadoff man is on here in the bottom of the second. Up steps Francisco Lindor, part-time player, hitting .311. Has 4 homers on the season, giving a day off to Matt Termini at third base. And he just gets a piece of the circle change. Count is 0-1. Quick throw to first. Saps is back. Swing and a miss at the fastball. 98 miles an hour on the radar gun, and the count is quickly 0-2 on Lindor. Saps leads off first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Just misses low off the edge. Count is 1-2. Again low. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Lindor. Swing and a miss. Swings at a pitch outside the strike zone for the first out. That's Castillo's her 3rd strikeout of the game. Here's the replay. Real time.
Number 43.
So next up is the catcher batting 9th, Anthony Miller, hitting .227, 5 homers, 29 runs batted in. And he hits a slow roller to the second baseman, throws over to second for 1, back to first. Double play, side retired. So after 2 innings of baseball, as we look at Monument Park, the Bronx Knights lead 3-2. Top of the 3rd, Eddie Matthews is 0 for 1, steps up
The third base
against Eli Ramos.
Eddie Matthews.
And he fouls off the first pitch, strike 1. Bloop to the outfield, long run for LoCicero. Check that, LoCicero. And he runs in to make the catch. So league leaders in wins in the American League. As you can see, there's a 3-way tie for first place as Eli Ramos leads the league. His teammate Joey Pollard is right behind them with 10 wins. So if he wins today, if the score stays the way it is, he'll have sole possession of first place in the American League with 12 wins as we approach the All-Star break. Larry Doby is 1 for 1 today. Steps up with 1 out here in the 3rd. At the knees, strike 1. And it is a line drive single to center field. Margot tosses it back into the infield, but Doby is at first with 1 out. And hits leaders for the Marlins. Doby is on the list with 90 hits now. Started the game with 88, now he has 90. Brett Boone leads the team. So here's Brett Boone, speaking of. Lined out in the first, he's 0 for 1. And it's in there, strike 1. Boone's hitting .313 on the season. Deep drive to center. He got all of that one. It is gone. A 2-run home run for Brett Boone, the 18th of the season. And just like that, the Miami Marlins have a 4-3 lead here in New York. Stunned crowd. Here's the replay. So base is empty with 1 out here in the top of the third. Seth Beer is up. He singled to the first.
Seth Beer.
Misses inside ball 1. High strike, but strike nonetheless. The count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike on Beer. And he fouls off the split finger. Count is 1-2. Fouls the circle change back to the screen. Count will remain 1-2. 1 out here in the top of the third. It's a 4-3 ball game. And he fouls off the fastball. We'll do it again. And again, another foul ball at home plate. He's battling him, making things difficult for Ramos. Doesn't quite have his best stuff today. He's just struggling. Slow roller up the first base line. He charges off the mound. And oh, he's going to be safe. Misplayed by the pitcher. I wonder if they'll give him an error on that or a hit. They're probably going to give him a base hit. It was a difficult play. So Kyle Tucker is 1 for 5 in this series. He's 0 for 1 today. Flew out. Runner at first with 1 down. Inside corner, strike 1. Pitch is outside and high. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Tucker. And he pulls it down the first base line, but it goes foul. Count is quickly 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tucker. Just gets a piece of the circle change. Count stays at 1-2. So Beer leads off first. It's a 4-3 ball game. Swing and a miss. And there's 2 outs here in the third. It's just his second strikeout.
Now batting, number 11.
So next up for the Marlins is Reese McGuire. He's 0 for 1. And it's in there, strike 1. Fouls off the splitter. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on McGuire. In the dirt, bounces away, no advance on the base paths. Slow runner over there, doesn't want to get thrown out at second. Swing and a miss, strike 3, but still a 2-run homer by Brett Boone gives Miami a 4-3 lead. We go to the bottom of the third. Manuel Margot, the leadoff man's up again. He's grounded out in the first.
The center fielder,
Castillo deals. Pitch is outside, ball 1.
Ball 2.
High and tight, ball 2. Count is 2-0 on Margot.
Ball, that's off the
Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Will he have the green light? No, he will not.
That's out. Ball 4.
So his teammates give him the lead, and he comes out of the dugout and immediately issues a free pass to the first man he sees. That'll give managers and pitching coaches nightmares. So with the runner at first, Don Mattingly is up. He had a solo home run in the first, his 18th of the season. So he's got a runner at first now with nobody out here in the third. And he fouls off the circle change. Count is 0-1. Pitch is high, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on the first baseman. Margot leads off first. He does have speed. Inside count is 2-1. Quick throw to first. Margot is back. Slow roller to the shortstop, flips over to second for 1, back to first. It's a double play. So there's 2 down here in the bottom of the third, and the bases are empty now, thanks to the 6-4-3 double play. Next up is Chris Ramos. He's the second baseman. He hit his 34th home run of the season in the first inning. Pitches outside, ball 1. 10 for his last 29 at the plate. Hard ground ball to the shortstop. Fields, fires. Pulls him off. No, I thought he pulled him off the bag, but it's side retired. So end of 3. The Miami Marlins are leading 4-3. So, top of the 4th. Nick Gordon is 2 for 5 in this series. He has a single today. Steps in for second plate appearance. Pitches low, ball 1. And it is a fly ball that drops in for a hit in the Bermuda Triangle. Drops in there for his second hit of the ball game. They have a runner at first and nobody out to lead off the 4th inning. Salazar just can't get there. So next up is the leadoff man, Hunter Pence. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Quick throw to first is not in time. So bloop single, stolen base, and they have a runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the 4th. Count is 1-0. And it is a low line drive, and it's in there for a base hit. And it's going to be runners at first and third with nobody out here in the 4th. They're already down by 1, 4-3. In this 4th inning, the Marlins are threatening. So, manages off his bullpen. Zach Eflin's going to warm up. Billy Smith will warm up. We'll have a mound visit. Will Clark, 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer in the first. He is a dangerous hitter, runner at first and third with nobody out here in the 4th. In there, strike 1, 98 miles an hour on the fastball. They will trade. They'll trade a run for 2 outs. Count is quickly 0-2. Will Clark's average with runners in scoring position is 348, but 60 points higher than his regular season average. And it is a shallow fly ball. O'Rourke is, LoCicero is charging, makes a strong throw to the plate, and he does not get the run home. There's 1 away. Nice throw by LoCicero.
Third baseman, Eddie Matthews.
So Eddie Matthews is 0 for 2. He's struck out. He's flied out. His average is at 330 on the season. And he misses low, ball 1. Leads the team with that 330 average. Ground ball 6, 4, 3, double play, side retired. So they get out of the jam, and 3.5 innings of baseball. It's Miami leading 4-3. We go to the bottom of the
Leading
fourth.
for the Bronx,
Michael O'Rourke struck out in the
no
first.
outfielder.
He's 0 for 1.
Oh, Rourke.
And it's a line drive that will... Oh, brilliant catch by Larry Doby in center. It looked like it was going to drop in there, but it just kept on hanging up. Diving catch, gave up the body, and there's one away. Nice play. Let's watch the replay. Great play. So with 1 out, Salazar, who homered in the first inning, steps in again. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Chases a fastball out of the strike zone. Count is 0-2 on Salazar. And just fouls it off to stay alive. Count remains 0-2. Just gets a piece of the circle change. Outside, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Salazar. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. And it goes full, 3-2. LoCicero is on deck. Comes the payoff pitch. Oh, right at the knees for strike 3. Takes it. That's the 4th strikeout for Luis Castillo. Let's look at the replay.
Number 37.
Oh, too close to take. So with 2 outs, Benny LoCicero, the right fielder, steps up. He struck out in the first. He's 0 for 1. And he slashes it into the seats. Foul. Outside, count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Modest 7-game hitting streak on the line. 2 balls and 1 strike. And this one is high and deep. It is Gonzo, ladies and gentlemen. We have a tie ball game as Benny LoCicero hits home run number 20, a solo shot, and the ball game is tied at 4. Hoo-wah! Oh yeah! Boom! Home run number 20, run batted in number 73 for the right fielder. So next up is Matthew Saps. The game is tied at 4. And no official at bat. He walked in the second. Pitches high, ball 1. Two balls and no strikes. Saps is 8 for his last 25. That's a 320 clip. And he hits it down to Matthews, throws across to retire the side. But not before Benny LoCicero hits a solo shot, his 20th. And at the end of 4 innings of baseball, we have a tie ball game. Top of the 5th, Larry Doby steps to the plate.
Leading off for the Marlins, the center fielder, number 14.
He's 2 for 2 today.
Doby.
Grounds it hard to Mattingly. Takes it himself, 1 down. 1 pitch, 1 away.
The batter, the second baseman,
Brett Boone hit a 2-run home run. Almost got it in the black seats here at Classic Yankee Stadium. Here in his last at-bat, there's 1 out, base is empty now. At the knee, strike 197 on the radar gun. Slow roller to Mattingly at first. He takes it. It's a foot race, and he gets there just in time, and there's 2 out. Boone legged it out, almost got himself an infield hit, but Seth Beer is up with 2 down here in the top of the 5th. He has 2 singles on his record. 2 for 2. In there, strike 1. Fouls off the splitter. Count is 0-2. Ramos has a high pitch count here in the 5th. 71 pitches here with this one. Strike 3 inside corner looking. Beer does not agree with the call, but the side is retired nonetheless. So, 4.5 innings of baseball. We have a tie ball game here in the Bronx. It's 4-4. So, leading off here in the bottom of the 5th is Francisco Lindor. He's 0 for 1. Just off the plate, ball 1.
Nope, that's down.
Pitch is low, count is 2 balls and no strikes.
Yep.
3-0. He'll take a pitch. Does not have the green light. In there, strike 1. Hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike. Here it is.
3-2.
And he swings and foul tips the circle change. Count is full, 3-2. And he stays alive. So we'll do the full count pitch again. And this one is high. It is far. It is Gonzo, ladies and gentlemen. That is Lindor's 5th home run of this season. A solo shot here in the 5th inning. And the Bronx Knights take a 5-4 lead. Yeah! The fans are going crazy. Let's look at the replay. Oh! It still hasn't come down. Next up is Anthony Millo. Grounded out in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1.
Number 43.
Swinging and miss the fastball. Strike 1. Fouls off the next fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on the backstop. And he skies it. Long run for the outfielder, Hunter Pence, makes the catch for out number 1. Nice play. So lineup turns over. Manuel Margot steps up. He walked in the 3rd. Officially, he's 0 for 1 in the game. Fouls off the fastball. Strike 1. Part-time player, but he does have 2 home runs in the last 3 games he's played. So, making the most of his opportunities. Pitch is outside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And he skies it to right. It's playable. There is Pence. He makes the catch, and there's 2 out.
The first baseman, number 23.
2 lefties are warming up in the Marlins bullpen. Don Mattingly steps to the plate. He has a solo homer in today's game. He's 1 for 2. Pitch is high, ball 1. Jose Enriquez and Chasen Shreve, 2 lefties, warming up. Pitch is inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Luis Castillo is consistently behind hitters, and that has been the reason why they've been taking him deep. Hard line drive to center. It will drop in there for a single. Mattingly's going for second. Strong throw to second is not in time. It's a double for Mattingly. Legged it out. That's his 18th double of the season. He is 2 for 3. Here's the replay. Didn't think it was going to be a double off the bat. Did he hesitate at first? He didn't hesitate at all. He's not a fast base runner, but he's a smart base runner. So now there's a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for Chris Ramos. He's 3 for 7 in the series with 3 homers. And that is his second homer of the game, ladies and gentlemen. It's open deck shot. It is Gunzo, his second home run number 35. And the Bronx Knights all of a sudden have a 7-4 lead here in the 5th inning. Ooh, ah. Let us watch the replay. Beast. Deposits it in the bleacher seats. So, pitching change for the Marlins. Jose Enriquez comes in. It's his 21st appearance out of the bullpen. His record is 1-0 with a 9 ERA, 9.00. So 7-4 advantage for the Bronx Knights here in the 5th. There's 2 down. And Michael O'Rourke swings and misses at the first pitch. He is 0 for 7 in this series. He has not fared well in this set against the Marlins. Takes a pitch. It's outside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. It's 0 for 2 today. And he pulls it through the right side. It is a single for Michael O'Rourke. And he is now 1 for 3 in this ball game. So they have a runner at first with 2 down.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, Jacob Salazar.
Next up is Jacob Salazar. Jacob has a home run today. Bats from the right side against the lefty. Quick throw to first, so O'Rourke is back. Salazar has a home run. He's 1 for 2. He has the average up to 342 on the season. Big lead over there at first for O'Rourke. And he breaks his bat in the infield. Pitcher miss. Oh, it's going to be a safe. It's going to be an infield single. If the pitcher had come up with it cleanly, he probably would have thrown him out, but he wasn't able to. Shards of bat flying everywhere. So we have runners at first and second, with 2 people, runners at first and second, with 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th. And up comes Benny LoCicero, who was 1 for 2 with a home run himself. A lot of home runs today. The Bronx Knights now have a 3-run lead. And he, a little late on the fastball, grounds it the other way. He's hitting .359 with runners in scoring position this season. Pitches outside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouls off the curveball. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on LoCicero. And it's a slow roller past the pitcher again. Nice play by Brett Boone to finally retire the side, but not before they scored 3 runs on 2 home runs. And at the end of 5 innings of play, it's the Bronx Knights 7, the Miami Marlins 4. So leading off for the Marlins here in the top of the 6th is Kyle Tucker. He's 0 for 2, 1 for 6 in this series. And it is a slow roller to first. Mattingly steps on first. 1 pitch, 1 away.
Now batting, number 11.
Reese McGuire is 0 for 2. Steps in with 1 out. In there, strike 1. Circle change floats in there, strike number 2. Count is 0-2. As you can see, he had a real difficult time in his first 3 innings, and then he's kind of settled down since then. Swing and a miss, and that's strikeout number 5 for Eli Ramos. And there's 2 down.
The batter, number 1, shortstop, Nick Gordon.
Next up is Nick Gordon, the number 9 hitter. He is 2 for 2 today. In there, strike 1, 98 on the radar gun. The fastball is starting to really heat up and hum.
That's the ball.
Low and outside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss over the top of the curveball. Count is 1-2 on Gordon. Inside off the plate, count is 2-2. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hunter Pence, the leadoff man, is on deck. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the 6th strikeout of the game to retire the side. And after 5.5, Bronx Knights have a 3-run lead. Next up is Matthew Saps. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Steps in against Enriquez. Fouls off the fastball, inside corner, strike 1. Modest 6-game hitting streak for Mr. Saps. And he hits a deep drive. It's got a chance. It is Gonzo, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 4-run game now with Matt Saps hitting a solo shot, his 14th of the season. And the score is now 8-4. Oh, yeah. Boom. Next up, Francisco Lindor, who is part of the hit parade in the 5th inning. He hit this, a solo shot. He'd love to do it again. He's a switch hitter now, batting from the right side against the lefty Enriquez. And he can't hold it back. Changed his mind, tried to check the swing, but it is strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball and 1 strike to Lindor. Just gets a piece of the changeup. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. In the dirt. Count is even at 2-2. And he pulls the breaking ball foul. Count will remain 2-2. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th here at Classic Yankee Stadium. Count goes full, 3-2. Milo is on deck. Here comes the payoff pitch in the 6th. And it's low, ball 4, and he walks him. So we have a base runner.
Now batting.
And the difficulties continue. So Anthony Millo is 1 for 6 in this series. He's 0 for 2 today. Would love to get in that hit column. And he pulls it down the line. It is in the corner. And it's going to be a single. Runners at first and third. I thought it might have a chance to be a double. But good play by the left fielder to get that ball back in quickly. But in any event, he has joined the hit parade as his runners at first and third here in the bottom of the 6th with nobody out still. Manuel Margot, the leadoff man, is up again. And he skies it. Makes the catch. He's tagging. The throw to the plate is not in time. It is a sacrifice fly and an RBI for Manuel Margot. And the score is now 9-4. He gets the job done. Gets that runner home from third. So Don Mattingly's 2 for 3. He steps up to the plate. There's 1 out here in the 6th with a runner at first. 5-run lead for the Bronx Knights. Pitch is outside, ball 1. In there, strike 1. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Donnie Baseball. And it's a line drive, but right at the left fielder. He makes the catch for the 2nd out. Milo stays at first, obviously.
Now batting.
Next up is second baseman Chris Ramos. He's 2 for 3 today. He has 2 home runs on his ledger. Bats from the right side against the lefty. Pitches outside, ball 1. Now has 35 home runs to lead the American League. And he pulls it into the seats. Strike one. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Ramos. Inside. Count is 2-1. Hitters count 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 6th, runner leads off first. Here comes the pitch. Outside, he walked him, ball 4. So runners are at first and second with 2 down. As Michael O'Rourke steps to the plate, he's 1 for 3 with a single. He's 1 for 8 in the series. Sure, he'd like to improve that ledger. Outside corner, strike 1. Hey, good evening. You missed a lot of home runs today. Just to give you a heads up, I'm going to take about an hour break and actually play a second game tonight. So keep an eye out if you can. It's a 9-4 ball game, Bronx Knights, here in the 6th. As you can see, there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th, runners at first and second. The Miami Marlins started out with a 2-0 lead in the first. And it's a line drive which will fall in there for a base hit. Runner makes the turn at third and heads home. It will be an RBI single for Michael O'Rourke. And it is a 10-4 ball game here in the Bronx. That's right. No, that's fine. That's fine. Just the fact that you poke your head in is much appreciated. You know, to be completely honest with you, I thought you were still in the chat. So relief pitcher Chasen Shreve pops in for relief. This is his 41st appearance out of the bullpen. He has a 6-2 record, but a 6.28 earned run average. Oh, the ending score last night was, well, the Bronx Knights won. I don't remember what the ending score was. I can check after this game and report it back to you when I pop my head in it again. But I do know that they won. The team is 56-30. They won the first game of this 3-game set, and as you can see, they're winning the second game. So the count is 0-1 on Jacob Salazar. He's 2 for 3. Bronx Knights lead 10-4 here in the 6th. So anyway, Will Clark, the first baseman of the Marlins, hit a 2-run homer to start off the game. So they were down 2-0. Now they're winning 10-4. So they have not had a good pitching performance for the Marlins. That's for certain. So count is quickly 0-2 against Salazar. Runner leads off first. And again, he chases a pitch, stays alive. Count remains 0-2. What was the ending score last night? I'm trying to remember.
Outside, that's a ball.
Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Salazar, the shortstop.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So yeah, so like I said, after this game's over, I'm going to take a break, have a meal, fouls it up the screen, count remains 2-2, and then hop on for another game. So if you're around, pop in if you can. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And he lines it high and deep. It is off the top of the wall. And there'll be runners at second and third as the ball comes in wildly. So second and third, that is a double for Jacob Salazar. His 17th double of the season, and they just keep pouring it on here in the Bronx. Inches from being a home run. That would have been his second homer of the game. Benny LoCicero is up. It's 11-4. He had a solo home run. 1 for 3. In the dirt, nice block by the catcher. So 2 runners are in scoring position with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. They already have a 7-run lead. As you can see, the bullpen is active for the Marlins. Trevor Williams and Garrett Clevenger, whatever. 1-1 count on LoCicero. Checks his swing, pitches low, count is 2-1. And he jams him. Finds the seats, count is 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners off second and third here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss, and finally, mercifully, this long half an inning is over. So the Bronx Knights score another 4 runs and take an 11-4 lead at the end of 6 innings of play. So leading off the top of the 7th is Hunter Pence. He's 2 for 3. 2 singles today.
Hunter Pence.
In there, strike 1. Eli Ramos started off the game rocky. First 3 innings he gave up 4 runs, but has since settled down. He's 11-2 on the season. He's in line, even though he hasn't pitched well, for the league-leading 12th win of the season. Just got a piece of the slider. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Pence. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's strikeout number 7, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. For Ramos. Wants to know if the pitch was high.
Number 22.
That was a strike. So next up is Will Clark. He had a 2-run home run today in the first. Is 1 for 3. Dangerous hitter. In there at the knees, strike 1. Slow roller up the middle, and that is his second hit of the ball game. And with 1 down, they have a base runner here in the top of the 7th. Here's the replay.
Now batting, third baseman, Eddie Matthews.
Pass to the diving attempt by Ramos, the second. So next up is Matthews. He's 0 for 3. He's 0 for 8 in the series. Inside corner, strike 1. Deep drive, but playable. Manuel Margot makes the catch for out number 2. So with 2 down here in the top of the 7th, up steps Larry Doby. He's 2 for 3, 2 singles, scored a run. In there, strike 1. Oh, that one is gone. My goodness, that one is still going. It's a solo home run for Larry Doby, his 19th of the season. And the score is now 11-5. Oof. My goodness. Absolutely killed it. Well, check that, 11-6. It was a 2-run home run, my fault. So 11-6, it's a 5-run ball game. So you know what? Manager's office, bullpen. Enough is enough. So righty, lefty, lefty. So Caleb Smith is going to come into the game in relief. Ramos leaves. He can only win. He cannot lose. Caleb Smith making his 22nd appearance. Record is 2-0 with a 2.16 earned run average. He faces Brett Boone, who's 1 for 3 with a home run today. In there, strike 1.
0-1.
So there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. 5-run ball game. It's 11-6. Low pitch, but I'll take it. Strike 2. The pitch looked low to my eyes, but count is no balls and 2 strikes on Boone. And he lines it to right. LoCicero barely has to move to make the catch and retire the side. So they get 2 runs on the 2-run homer by Larry Doby. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. The Bronx Knights lead 11-6. So the bottom of the 7th, Matthew Saps has a home run today. He's 1 for 2. Solo shot. His 14th of the season.
Number 31.
Shreve deals. And it is a line drive base hit towards the gap. First pitch of the bottom of the 7th, and there's a base runner for the Knights. Nice hitting. He's 2 for 3. Or perhaps 2 for 4. If my memory serves. Here's a replay.
Lindor.
Next up is Francisco Lindor playing in place of Matt Termini at third base, giving the regular third baseman a day off. He's 1 for 2 with a solo homer as well. He has 5 homers on the season. Fouled it off for strike 1. And it's deep but foul. Curves into the seats. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Lindor. Oh, and it hits him. It hits him. You have to wonder. There's been a lot of home runs today. You have to wonder if there's any intent.
Number 43.
Probably just lost control. So runners are at first and second with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Millo steps up to the plate. He is 1 for 3. Pitches outside, ball 1. Outside corner, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners lead off first and second. 2 balls and 1 strike. Just missed. Through the right side and through. It is a base hit, and they're going station to station. It's now bases loaded with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Can you play another person like a computer? I think I can, to be completely honest. I'm not sure, though, to be honest with you. I mean, what I could do is, well, hold on a second. Bases are loaded. I don't want to mess this up. So it's in the dirt, ball 1. Bases loaded, nobody out. Manuel Margot is up. He's 0 for 2. Pitches outside, count is 2 balls, no strikes, no place to put him. I mean, I think I can. I'm just not sure. I've never actually done it before when it's not inside a franchise. Like, I'm very much into trying to get as many of these games done before the next version of MLB The Show 21 comes out. And I've got another maybe 70 or 80 games to go, so I got to try to pick up the pace. It's going to be out in a couple of months. But I think I could probably play an exhibition game against somebody. That's fine.
Nope.
Ball 4, he walks in a run. And it's 12 to 6. He gets the RBI on the walk. Shreve has lost control. And pushes in a run. So in relief, Garrett Clevinger making his 36th appearance. His record is 2-2 with a 5.83 earned run average. Bases are still loaded, still nobody out. Don Mattingly steps to the plate. He's 2 for 4 with a homer and a double today. And he pops him up. Short, right field, in comes the right fielder, makes the catch, and that is now, it's a wild throw. He's coming home. He throws it to the plate. It is in time for the second out. So it was an error, E7, wait, yes, it was E7, but it still led to the second out. So in any event, it's a double play, bizarre double play. Chris Ramos has 2 more home runs today. He's 2 for 3. He's up to 35 homers to lead the American League. He has set runners at second and third. And the pitch is 1-0, no. I'm not really sure what no means, but don't remember the question. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Ramos. No replay. No replay. I'll figure it out. Skies it to short right field. Out goes Brett Boone, and he makes the catch to retire the side. So at the end of 7 innings of play, they do add a run. It's a 6-run ball game as the Bronx Knights lead 12 to 6 here in Classic Stadium, Classic Yankee Stadium. Okay, so we go to the top of the 8th. Seth Beer is 2 for 3.
Seth Beer.
In there, strike 1. Seth Beer fouls off the next pitch. Counts quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Fouls it back. Count remains 0-2. Well, yeah, I mean, there's no There's no button for me to press. I think in other types of games, I remember there used to be like a challenge button that they would give you. And he swings and misses for strike 3, and that's the first out here in the top of the 8th. Caleb Smith is worth his weight in gold. Kyle Tucker steps up to the plate. Another lefty. He's 0 for 3. No, I think the runner was safe, but, you know, what am I going to do? It didn't allow me to challenge the play. It would have been nice, but... So the first pitch is in there for strike 1. It's still, besides I'm leading 12-6, so I'll live. Here comes the next pitch from Caleb Smith.
That's outside.
Just misses outside. Attendance is 42,875. Almost a sellout here at Classic Yankee Stadium. Yankee Stadium seated 50,000 plus before they knocked it down in 2008. So the count is 2 balls and 1 strike on Tucker. Ground ball base hit, hitting against the shift. Had they been playing in their normal places, they might have been a play for Salazar at short, but they had him shifted to the right side. As you can see from the well, they're not going to show me. Well, whatever. Anyway, runner at first, 1 out. Reese McGuire is 0 for 3. He's 0 for 7 in this series. In there, strike 1. Ground ball, shovels to first, shovels to second for 1, back to first, a double play, 6-4-3 DP to end the inning. And after 7.5 innings of baseball, the score is 12-6. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Michael O'Rourke is 2 for 4 with an RBI. Marlins bullpen is again active. 2 right-handers warming up. And he skies it towards the gap in left. Long run for Tucker, who makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 away.
The batter, number 3.
Jacob Salazar's 3 for 4 today, has the average up to 346. A single, a double, a homer. He needs a triple for the cycle. Checks the swing, pitches low, ball 1. Nice DP, thank you. I got lucky, he hit it right to the shortstop. Oh, it's a line drive, which will hang up there for Tucker in the left field. He made both plays. And very quickly, there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Hit it right on the nose, but right at the left fielder. So next up is Benny LoCicero, who hit his 20th home run of the season today. He's 1 for 4. And just gets a piece of the slider. Count is 0-1. Checks the swing, it's inside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on LoCicero.
Ball 2.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Count 2-1.
Clevenger deals.
That's ball 3.
Hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bases empty here in the bottom of the 8th. Here comes. And he slaps it into right for a single. He has his 2nd hit of the ball game. And with 2 outs, they have a base runner. Oh no, he went for 2nd. Aggressive base running. So that'll be his 18th double of the season. I thought for sure that he was going to stop at first. Let's watch him make that trip around second base. Around first. Yeah, he never hesitated. Strong throw to second. And he gets his hand in there. Nice play. So there's a runner in scoring position now with 2 outs. So Matthew Saps is up. 2 for 3 with a homer. Averages up to 258, has a chance to knock in a run with a single. It backs him off the plate, ball 1. Pitches outside, count is 2 balls and no strikes.
That's ball
3-0. Will he have the green light?
Count 3.
on 3-0. We know he won't. So I take a pitch on 3-0. Right down the middle, strike one. So now we have that hitter's count. 3 balls, 1 strike. Runner leads off second here with 2 outs. And he pulls it foul, and we'll go to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner will lead off second. Payoff pitch is coming. And he skies it high and deep, but playable. Just in front of the warning track, Tucker makes the catch to retire the side. So they strand that runner at second. But after 8 innings of baseball, it's a 6-run lead for the Bronx Knights. So we go to the top of the 9th, last licks. They need 6 to tie. Nick Gordon, the number 9 hitter, is 2 for 3. He's going to face Caleb Smith in his 3rd inning of relief. And he pulls it foul for strike 1. Just low, change up. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Outside corner with the slider, count is 1-2 on Gordon. Just misses inside. He thought he had him, but count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he lines it the other way. Long run for O'Rourke. He makes the catch, and there's 1 out here in the 9th. Stay tuned for post-game highlights. Hunter Pence is 2 for 4 with 2 singles and a run score today. Steps in with 1 out. And he grounds it hard to the 3rd baseman. Lindor knocks it down, throws across in time, 2 away. So they're down to their final outs. Nice play by Lindor, sticking with it. Will Clark started the game off with a home run. He's 2 for 4. He represents the final out. In there, strike 1. And he pulls the slider foul. He's down to his final strike. Count is 0-2. Pops him up, and this should do it. Lindor makes the catch, side retired, ball game over. Knights win 12-6. So that is the 2nd game of this 3-game set. First game of a doubleheader, because we're going to come back after a short break and play that 3rd game of this 3-game set against the Miami Marlins. So let's do the scoreboard the right way. So the Bronx Knights, 12 runs, 16 hits, no errors. Miami Marlins, 6 runs, 13 hits, 1 error. Eli Ramos is the winner. He gets his 12th win. Luis Castillo gets the loss. Chris Ramos is the player of the game. He hits his 34th and 35th home runs of the season to pace the team and this offensive explosion. Great game. See you in about an hour. Yeah, I'm just going to grab something to eat, check in with my wife, and then pop my head back in here. Let's see, what time is it? Maybe I can give you a heads up on what time. So I'm at Eastern Standard Time because I'm in New York. So 8:15 Eastern Standard Time right now. I will be back. Let's say I'll be back at 10 o'clock. So, no, actually, you know what? I'll be back 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. So, see you between 9 and 9:30. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. This has been a broadcast of Bronx Knights Baseball, and I will see you very soon. Have a good day.